Free your mind.
Free your mind, free your mind, free your mind.
Free your mind.
Free your mind, free your mind, free your mind. Free your mind. Free your mind.
Free your mind.
Free your mind. Free your mind. Free your mind. Free your mind. Free
For me
your
to be is to be free.
Free your mind. Free your mind.
Be here now.
Now be here. Now be here. Now be here. We are all in this together. We are all in this together. We are all in this together. Energy is reality. Faith, trust, love, faith, trust, love.
Thank you.
I am grateful for everyone. I am grateful for everything. I am grateful. So grateful for you.
Thank you, universe.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Free your mind. 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 Free your mind.
Circles inside of circles.
Inside
circles.
those circles.
Inside of circles.
Inside
of circles.
those circles.
Inside.
Inside
of circles.
those
Inside of
circles.
circles.
Inside
circles.
those circles.
Inside of circles.
The flower of
Inside
life. The flower of life.
Free your mind.
Happy October. Welcome to Mindflow Radio. We are here in the studio, WDRT, playing for Radio Free Space. I am Jaylyn,
And I am Lamont. And James is on the board. Thank you, James.
Yeah. So, how's everybody's month been?
How's your month been?
My month has been really quite amazing.
From a mindfulness perspective, what's been going on?
I am doing my best to be more mindful, be more present.
Okay.
It's been hard in a way. It's been challenging, but yeah, I'm doing all right. How about you?
Good. Yeah, I'm working on the same, finding like moments of stillness throughout the day, and just developing more of a overall mindful perspective in life. You know, trying to be that neutral witness to my own thinking and to my culture, and just like let the judgment go. Try to be more discerning and less judgmental, which is a challenge. I struggle with that, you know.
Yeah, or recognizing when we move into judgment, I think, is the key, really.
To what?
To discernment, because it's like,
recognizing
right.
it?
Yeah,
right.
Oh, I'm being judgmental, and really that's not exactly what's going on. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Blown up a little bit.
Well, in psychological terms, that's called metacognition. So actually being the witness to your own thoughts. So instead of your thoughts just running, you know, the old patterns just churning along and not even noticing them, what you're saying is noticing. Notice when that old, whatever thought, judgmental pattern emerges, and then do what you want with it.
And I think there's a level of somatic recognition, you know, how does my body feel about what I'm noticing? And
That's a good point.
Where am I holding tension, and what's, you know.
Yeah, like if you have a certain thought and then your body doesn't feel very good.
Or you notice your shoulders tensing up, or your belly doesn't feel
stomach,
good, or your feet start to clench the earth, or something like that, or your hands move into a fist.
But ultimately when we begin to start to notice our own thinking and steer our thoughts perhaps, and reboot our thoughts, which means to, when we notice our mind ruminating, just going on and on and on and on and on and on, where we're able to shut that down, you know, for a few moments or a minute. And once we're able to do that, we are in charge of our thoughts rather than our thoughts being in charge of us. And that's a subtle yet super profound difference as far as like feeling empowered. You know, if we're empowered, we're in charge of our thinking, and we're able to direct our thoughts and direct our life, you know, in the direction that we choose best. But if our thoughts are just running us, if the old patterns are just taking control, we're not even noticing them, we're just like going along with them, then we're in a place of disempowerment. Yeah. You know, which is a terrible place to be.
It's like the place of the old pattern that could be as far back as generations passed down. And
it is. A lot of these old patterns are passed down from our... I mean, and to truly respect our ancestors, I believe we need to like take the good patterns that they've handed down to us. We'll embrace those, but try to eliminate the negative patterns or the destructive patterns or the unproductive patterns. That's the best way, I think. So the mind thinking patterns, there's both productive and unproductive. And if we can crop the unproductive patterns, we're weeding out the mind, you know.
Yeah.
And if we're able to do that, we're in charge.
Yeah.
It's empowering.
Yeah, and we're healing our line, our lineage, is my belief.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I think it all kind of goes down to, what do you believe? Do you believe that you can heal? Do you believe that you can be discerning? Do you believe that you can accept the world as it is right now and move forward with grace and ease and trust and
and do you
faith?
Do you believe you can make positive change in the world? Do you believe you can make positive change in your own mind?
Yeah,
Because that's where it
there.
starts. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do much if you have the old patterns that just keep going and blame the next person and the next person.
Well,
it
and
just
one
doesn't work.
common cultural pattern right now that's very prevalent is just rumination, which means the mind is just compulsively thinking all the time, you know.
My mind does that.
Well, my mind has that tendency too, you know. But we work against that, you know.
Yeah.
And what happens if the mind is compulsively thinking all the time? Essentially the mind is two modes of operation, the thinking mode or the analyzing mode, and the stillness mode or the being mode or the mindful mode. And we need to find a balance between the two to be effective humans.
Yeah. And studies have shown that if we can heal our telomeres, we not only have better health, but we actually lengthen our life. Telomeres are the cap on the DNA, so it's like, it was explained to me like it's a shoestring. It's the plastic piece on the end of the shoestring that keeps the shoestring together.
Oh, okay.
So the telomere is the cap on the DNA, and it wears out over time, and it wears out faster if we're stressed and lost in a busy pattern.
Oh.
And the way to heal your telomeres is presence.
That's interesting, you know, and just from a physiological perspective, studies have indicated that through mindfulness, you actually create new neural connections in your brain, right? And the frontal lobe of the brain actually expands in size. So I could see how that would help heal the telomeres as well.
Well, the telomeres are all over the body, you know. But,
okay.
But it's still pretty amazing to think, you know, what does it take to be present? You know, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of will. Like, I am here now. You know, there's nothing else. I feel the wind or the air around me. I see what is directly around me. It doesn't remind me of anything of the past. It doesn't make me think about the future.
Yeah.
I hear what is around me right now.
Yeah, you're just being, to be or not to be.
Yeah, I'm tasting the taste in my mouth, you know. I'm smelling the smell right here, right now, and I'm not letting it remind me of anything, and I'm not letting it make me think of anything in the future, you know. And when I think about how present am I, it's probably like maybe 15% of the time, probably less, you know, to actually be fully present.
Which is to be mindful.
Yeah. Well, mindful is presence plus, a non-judgmental perspective. It's like a state of being mindful.
State of consciousness.
Yeah.
Which is presence.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
15%, that's pretty good.
I feel like sometimes being mindful is like allowing yourself to think, but trying to be mindful about it, being discerning. And so it's, I don't know, you think that mindful is always present, like you can't be thinking about the past mindfully or thinking about your to-do list mindfully?
That's a good question. You know, I think the more mindful, the more still our minds are. I mean, we can come out of like a 30-second place of stillness and then have some really effective thoughts about our past.
Right.
You know, but I do differentiate between the thinking and the stillness. So, I mean, if we have the mindful awareness kind of empowers us to have super productive thoughts. You know, so it works hand in hand. I mean,
and those productive thoughts are not mindfulness? Sorry,
mindfulness.
I'm putting you on the spot.
I would say if you're discerningly evaluating a situation, you're in a sense mindfully looking at it, but to get to that place of presence, or to get to that place of really being discerning, you need space in your thinking, which is the mindful
And that's the
state.
presence. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I don't know, perhaps we can mindfully make decisions.
I feel like we can. I feel like mindfulness is broader than just presence.
Okay.
Personally.
Yeah.
Because it's how you think about the past, it's how you think about the future, it's how you are in the present. And in presence is just the present moment. And so that present moment, just to tie that back to the longevity and immune system and being able to regulate the nervous system, that presence is absolutely key to the mindful awareness of the past and the future and making decisions and all of that.
Well, and it all depends on how you're looking at the word mindful, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a thing, really. But being mindful, no matter how you're looking at it, is a positive thing as far as our mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but to find peace, essentially, when you're present, you're in a place of peace, unless things are going wild around you.
They can be.
But if things are going wild, you want to be present too, because you want to be able to deal with things appropriately. But most of the time, for most of us, presence is a peaceful place. And I don't know, it empowers us to think more effectively when we are thinking. So I would call it almost like mindfulness-induced thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Is what we're shooting for, and finding that balance between the thinking and the awareness is like critical, and that's what's really missing in our culture, as I mentioned before. We're in this place of believing we can think our way out of anything, and what it's doing is it's creating a ton of agitation.
Yeah.
The human mind is not designed to think all the time, and the human mind, just look throughout history. 20,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, 200 years ago. We're out in the garden, we're doing stuff. We're not staring at screens, like mulling things over constantly.
Yeah.
But now we're in this weird place.
Yeah.
We have to counteract it by consciously carving out times of presence and training.
Yeah.
Most of us, some people probably get there naturally, but most of us really need to train effectively to achieve peace of mind.
Yeah.
And then if we are able to achieve that periodically throughout the day, then our actions are way more effective. It's like, I'm going to change the world into a better place, and you got it. You got the juice to do that, and you got the know-how and the equanimity. That's a great word.
Yeah, I love that word.
Ralph Waldo Emerson uses that word, equanimity. It's like we want to have that, because then we're balanced. And let's face it, any great athlete or any great musician has that in a sense, because they're able to be mindful while they're playing their sport. Or while they're running out, while they're jumping for that touchdown pass. They're not thinking. They're just boom. They're just being. Yeah.
Yeah, being. Yeah. So I like that you brought up training, because it makes me think about what I've been up to, and I just want to share with our listeners, because you can encourage me in case I fall off. But I started a practice back in September on the 22nd, and I'm shooting for 1,000 days. So my practice is getting up in the morning and meditating on a mantra and a yantra. A mantra is a set of words, generally in a ancient language, and a yantra is a visual focus of a mantra. So I have that going on. And today I had the interesting experience of having the mantra and the yantra and the thoughts layering on top. And I thought it was really interesting. I started to get upset with myself, and then I just forgave myself, like, every meditation is not going to be bliss and beauty and joy like the days before. Sometimes you're just working through stuff. And so it was really interesting to acknowledge that, wow, you can have so many things going on at once and be really doing your best to harness your mind and be in that place of stillness and presence. And then there's still this backdrop of, and I need to talk to this person about that. I need to share this with that other person. And it's just amazing,
Wow, nice. I got to say, that takes a great deal of insight to be able to even notice that. I mean, that you're chanting mantra and looking and then also talking to yourself. Shows you how difficult it is, really, to have that perfect focus, blissful focus. And it does remind me of my track coach in high school. And he said, the difference between a great athlete and a good one is the great one, even when you're not in the zone, even when it's difficult, you still go out there and run. Because that's just the way it is, where sometimes it feels better than others. And having that perseverance and, training. Training is essentially key to progressing on the mindful path. And
I've definitely noticed that, in the past, I've had a really busy life, from being a farmer and raising little kids. And so I always just said, you know what, as long as I get my meditation in before bed, I don't care. And people always say, oh, you got to do it first thing in the morning. And I was like, yeah, whatever, And so on my agreement, my commitment to myself, I realized that I need to do it right away in the morning. And I found that this really does make a huge difference.
Oh, nice.
And my days are just really optimal. They're so optimal. And I get home at the end of the day and I'm just like, wow, that flowed so amazingly.
So what you're saying in a way is you're getting in the flow right away and it kind of just stays with you.
Yeah. Even the hard stuff is easy.
Okay.
It's so amazing.
So the importance of a morning practice, or the benefit.
The benefit,
of a morning practice.
Yeah, and I love, we have this night practice where we do yoga and then we do breath work before bed. And the days that I don't do that, I usually don't sleep very well. So, for me, it's training in the morning and at night, and then having those moments where I'm like, okay, racing mind, we're going to stop right now. And I'm just going to take a few breaths and feel what it is like to be.
Yeah. You mean just throughout the day?
Yeah.
I mean, and having that, being in that place of metacognition, or just being the neutral witness to what's going on in your mind, you can take that with you everywhere. So in a sense, you can, in a very real sense, you're training just by developing this new perspective on your own thinking. So I'm a real proponent of mindfulness on the fly techniques. You know, so I believe that, somebody, even if they don't want to have like a sitting practice or a yoga practice or a Tai Chi practice per se, they can work on themselves just throughout the day. One of my favorite practices is mindful walking. And I try and incorporate that as much as possible just throughout the day when I'm walking. When I was coming into the studio this morning and hauling the equipment in, and my mind is just chattering away. I'm in this Facebook debate thing going on.
Oh, no.
Yeah, right. Imagine that, And it's like a drag. It really revs up my ruminating mind. But I was like, man, I got to counter this. So I was doing my mindful walking as I was like loading and unloading equipment, which for me, the mindful walking is I take 5 steps, I breathe in, I take 5 steps, I breathe out. And then on top of that, I also, as I take 5 steps and breathe in my mind, I say so. And as I take 5 steps and breathe out, I say hum. So I got all that going on. And it really puts me in the moment because there's so much to focus on. There's no like space for my mind to be chitter chatter in the background, you know.
Totally.
And so mindful walking perhaps is my number one mindfulness practice, and it absolutely takes no time, 0 time, because I have to walk, you know, to the car or to the kitchen or up this, you know. And
Yeah, totally.
sometimes I feel like if I could just do mindful walking maybe 30% of the time every day, that's all I need. I mean, and another benefit, the more mindful I am as I'm walking, the less likely I am to slip on the ice as well. You know?
Yeah, we need that up here in the north.
Yeah, right. Great White North.
Yeah, so to tie that all back into the science, you know, I really have found great benefit with having the morning cap, you know, and the evening cap. So if you think about the life, every day is a DNA. You know, you have your telomere on one side and your telomere on to end your day, you know, like, can you imagine how healthy you can become and how strong of mind and spirit and connected to spirit you can become if you create that cap on your morning and evening in a healthy way?
Yeah.
So that's the thought that I...
Yeah. I mean, and just the one thing that pops into my mind about that is, and you'll sleep better.
Yeah, you'll sleep better.
You know, that's a huge
Sure.
thing in this culture. Our minds are so revved up that a lot of us are just really struggling with sleep. And so let's take a look at that, and let's work against that organically and effectively through mindfulness and through finding mind balance, having a balanced mental state just throughout the day, which means having those moments of stillness, working against the judgment, being discerning, you know, noticing the old unproductive mind habits that have been passed down from our relatives and working against those, like eliminating those, diminishing those, and noticing the negative or unproductive mind habits that are handed down just from our culture and working against those, which I consider, as I mentioned before, I consider rumination, just the constant chattering mind is one problem that is super prevalent in our culture. And Eckhart Tolle used, what do you call that? Compulsive thinking. He said we're insane because we're compulsively thinking all the time. You know, it's like, oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so what can we do about that?
Yeah.
Training.
It's simple, but not exactly easy.
That's true. But it's worthwhile. And it's fun. And it feels good.
Yep.
I mean, because we're all searching for those blissful moments, you know, those moments of just pure, full-on awareness. I mean, that's why somebody would jump out of an airplane, you know, with a parachute, because it puts them square in the moment. And then they get really high off that. That's why people like go to a sporting event, you know, and the kicker's kicking a field goal at the end of the game, and the whole stadium and all the players are just present. And there it goes. It's good, yeah, you know. And
that's the group mind.
Well, it's group presence.
Yeah.
It's like a mindful state that we all crave, whether we know it or not, you know.
Yeah.
And how do we get there in a healthy manner? That's really the key. I mean, we can get there in really unhealthy ways. We can be present in very unhealthy ways.
Yeah.
But let's just notice and work with that and try to, if we're able to become present just in natural, mindful ways, let's say through mindfulness walking throughout the day, then we don't have that big craving, that big need for presence. Yeah, because we're fulfilling it. We're finding that mental balance.
Yeah, it's like getting vitamin D. You have to have presence if you want to have a quality life. You have to have sunshine if you want to have a quality life. All right. So we're going to take a few moments to be present together and feel your body. Feel the parts of you that are touching down. Whether you're sitting, standing, or laying, you're being supported and feeling that support. Allowing yourself to feel grounded, centered, stable, steady, safe. Breathing out all the way, exhaling deeply. When you inhale, feel the whole rib cage expand. Feel as if every cell is expanding. And as you exhale, just release, release, release. You are here now, present in this, feeling, witnessing, observing. Scanning from the head, relaxing your face, relaxing your gaze, closing your eyes if you can. If you're driving, don't do that. Just having a soft gaze as you are present. Relaxing your ears and allowing your ears to just be witness to the sounds around you. Relaxing your jaw, throat, neck, shoulders, arms, feeling completely aware of your body and everything happening inside of it. Witnessing the miracle of being alive as all the systems function automatically. Sensing your lungs fully expanding and fully releasing. Your heart continually beating a steady beat. Your stomach digesting physically and mentally, energetically, heating up from the digestive process. In the low belly, feeling health and wellness. Feeling your spine, breathing into your vertebrae, feeling the strength and flexibility. down into the tailbone, feeling your hips, your pelvis, your sacrum. And feeling the legs strong, sturdy. Scanning over the muscles, ligaments and tendons. Sensing the knees, and the shins, and the ankles. And if you're sitting or laying, move your feet around a little, circle your feet. If you have pain in your feet, do slow, small circles. And if you are feeling good in your feet, find your range of motion, making big circles. And if your hands are free, circling the hands. And again, if you have pain in the wrists, small circles. And if you're feeling good in your hands, big range of motion circles. And just noticing what you feel. All of these bones and joints, muscles, ligaments and tendons and nerves, blood vessels, all moving with a circle. Other direction. If you can't move your hands and feet at this time, just feel your hands and feet. Notice what they're doing, what they're holding on to, what they're resting on. And then letting your hands and feet be still. And sensing the energies of the palms and the soles of the feet. Sensing the top of your head. Fully present. Here now, in this. We're all connected by these sound waves right now. Everyone listening, connected energetically, consciously, shifting the conscious collective in our present moment together. Feeling your breath, feeling the energy, feeling your skin, feeling your brain fully present, fully relaxed. Imagining the neural connections healing. Imagining the brain integrating everything that has come and everything that will be into this moment. Feeling the peace of integration. And taking a few more breaths together. Sending out your love and gratitude to all the other listeners right now. sending yourself love and gratitude for this present moment. And preparing to move about in the rest of your day, knowing that you can come back to this present moment sensation at any moment that you are ready to be. May we have meaningful interactions within and around us. And blessings. I hope that you felt as much presence and peace as I did. That was pretty blissful, in my opinion. And yeah, I encourage you to share this with your friends. This is a really special experience we do monthly, and then it is also posted for the following week on WDRT.org. And I'm slow but sure. I do get all of the shows out to SoundCloud eventually. So just stay tuned and be in touch and share with your friends, because really we all deserve a peaceful moment. We all deserve presence. So let's do this together, all right? So we're going to move into some kirtan. Kirtan is a practice of mantra and music, and it's a mindfulness practice of being present with the sound, and it's also encouraged to sing along because they're really conscious, mindful lyrics, and back in Sanskrit days, it was all very importantly put together because of the way the tongue moved in the mouth was important to unlocking keys in the brain. So that's how Sanskrit was created, with that in mind and intention. Okay, so I want to share some announcements before our time is up. We are having the Viroqua Harvest Parade and celebration October 12th, and that's a really important community event. And I just want to say that the celebration is after the parade at the park from about 2:30. The parade is about 30 minutes long. It's from 2:30 until dark, and we have a really great lineup of all local musicians, and we're going to be playing band after band until dark.
There's food vendors.
There's food vendors. I think there's craft and art vendors, but I'm not positive on that one. I think there is.
And fire tribe.
And then it's going to end the night in the dark with the fire tribe. And so if you have ever enjoyed watching the fire dancers and or have not seen them yet, please jot on your calendar that it's going to be a great day to hang out with your friends and enjoy the day. If it rains, which sometimes it does, the following day is the rain date. So the main day is October 12th and the rain date is October 13th. So I hope to see y'all out there. Please come enjoy our local musicians and have fun. Bring your friends, bring your family, and bring yourself, bring your presence. All right. So our kirtan today, we're going to play Akaal, and it's about being timeless And in this month of the thin veil, Halloween is coming. It's a really good time to think about our ancestors and what has come before and how we can heal ourselves so that we can heal our ancestors. So let's remember that we are timeless and we are here to heal. You are here on purpose. You are here with meaning. We are here to learn more. We are here for healing. Pain is a message and wounds hold your pattern. We are on purpose here now together, healing our minds and hearts, feeling our bodies and souls. So far to go, timeless we flow. So far to go, timeless we flow. Pain is a message and wounds hold your pattern. We are on purpose here now together, healing our minds and hearts, feeling our bodies and souls. So far to go, timeless we flow. So far to go, timeless we flow. Sad city, city Akaal, city Akaal, Mahakal, Mahakal, Satinam, Akaal, Amoran, Waheguru. So far to go, a timeless sweet flow. So far to go, a timeless sweet flow. So far to go, timeless sweet flow. So far to go, timeless sweet flow. So we're gonna take it out with some jazzy Yantee.